I'll be streaming from TikTok and I'll be greeting people in the interim. So that's what you'll be hearing here for TikTok to the YouTube family here. I do hope that everybody's well. Indeed, we are in full swing now of Mercury retrograde. Indeed. Ooh. And if those cause anything to go by, it is going to be a loud retrograde. A very, very, very loud retrograde. Thokoza to buhle bezulu. Thokozani bantu abadala. Thokoza to 2612. Thokoza to Christabella. Thokoza to Tabi Tapsi. Thokoza to Zamoguhle. Thokoza to Sipesihle. Thokoza to Mangwane. Thokozani bantu abadala. Thokoza to MJ. Thokoza to Kanya. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thokoza to Rifile. Welcome to the family, Mdumdala. Thokoza to Slwane. Thokoza to Mutso. Thokoza to Bushebezulu. Thokoza to Miss Watermark. Thokozani Bandavadala. So this evening, as promised, we're going to be getting into our Mercury retrograde masterclass. Thokoza to Mangwane, to Miss Watermark, to Qinisile, to Lady TT, to Vero, to Jennifer, Tobela Jennifer. Just enjoy. Out of curiosity, collective. Hey, wenzenjani mana yamoshakele we mangisuse lapha. Okay, nakho-ke thokoza to Zinhle, thokoza to Queen Bree. Yes, family, let us tap our screens. Thokoza to Mom Cool. Mom cool to Dr. Mo, to Zinhle, to Noria, to Catherine, to Manjo, to Wazan Bandabadala. So guys, without any further ado, let us get into it. By definition, collective, what is a retrograde? Mercury retrograde is an astronomical as well as an astrological term referring to a period when the planet Mercury appears to be moving backwards in the sky from the perspective on Earth. This is almost like an optical illusion here caused by the differences in the orbital speeds of the Earth and Mercury. This period generally lasts between 3 to 4 weeks and may affect you even before the time. This is all dependent on your sensitivity and your planetary placements. The next question then will be, Gogo, which planets are currently in retrograde? When did they become in retrograde? How will they affect us? What do we need to work out for? How do we mitigate it? How do we prepare for it? What do we need to know? Good questions. So, let's start with the first planet. Thokoza there to Tati. Thokozani Bandabadala. Let's start first with the first planet this month. On the 4th of July, the first planet that went into retrograde was Neptune. Okay, Neptune stationed retrograde on the 4th of July, and this is going to last, unfortunately, up until December, either between the 9th and the 10th, all right? And this period calls for a very deep spiritual introspection and a reality check on all of your dreams. Then the second planet that is currently in retrograde, that went into retrograde on the 12th and the 13th of July, that was Saturn. Okay, and this is also going to continue through to the 27th till 28th of November, and shifting from Aries into Pisces, to Tabiso. Now, the big planet that we need to look out for, because this is the one planet that we're going to feel all the effect. And as I say that, look at the smoke coming out there from the incense holder there. This is the one that's going to give us the most effect, that you're going to feel more intensity of, more than the other two. And we're going to get into the signs and symptoms as to what to look out for during these periods here. All right. So Mercury will station retrograde in Leo from the 17th or the 18th of July, all the way through till the 10th to the 11th of August. Tokoza tumango, tokoza tunzimbi. Yeah? So Gogo, that's all very nice and well to know Guti Neptune is in retrograde. That's all very nice and well to know that Saturn is in retrograde. All very nice and well to know also Mercury is in retrograde. What does that mean for me in my life? How does that translate into my reality? And why is it important for the collective to know what is happening here? A very good question. Firstly, the Neptune retrograde is here to almost it's a any delusions that you have around an X, and it's going to show the true colors of an X here. So it's going to create and simulate scenarios here to stimulate your X's to come back here. Saturn in retrograde is then the one that's going to hold you accountable in terms of the decisions that you've made here. After saying, what, you know what, I'm going to do A, B, C, and you've decided to do D, E, F. Mercury in retrograde allows you then to almost correct the wrongs of the past. Togoza to Piwe. Hey, Piwe, you're absolutely amazing. I'm sure Pure Maraxoxa ngamuthi okokuvela ngiqede afeske athi. Thank you, collective, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. All right, so let's get into, firstly, the mild symptoms here of Neptune in retrograde. All right, I'm going to create a scenario here, and it's probably a scenario that you may have experienced here in the recent past. Togoza to Maklabi, Togoza to Mahlobose, Togozan Bandabadala. It creates situations, yeah, we'll get into it, let's get into it creates a scenario situation such as, you may receive a text here from your boyfriend or your girlfriend, here an ex here, Wakdala, a comic here, and immediately your mind may think, this person may have changed immediately, and this is why we've been seeing so many X's coming up in the previous readings here. It's because of Neptune, all right? And what happens with that energy then when it visits you, towards to Miss V123, it gives a beautiful opportunity here for your ancestors here to step in, your spirit team, your guides, the universe, to come in and to remind you that, no, baby, that's Neptune, and this is all a hallucination here. So Neptune wants you to almost snap out of your Delulu state and to take off your rose-colored glasses here, to call a spade, and to accept reality for what it is, So the symptoms that you may be experiencing for some of you, all right, you may be thinking that every dream that you're having is a prophetic dream, when it actually, in fact, it's maybe indigestion. And that's a bit of a hard pill to swallow because, I've been having some weird dreams myself, and I'm starting to think it could have been indigestion. Togoza to Peladi, it becomes important to journal, all right, what you download, all right, to align it and make sure that you're not being delusional as you're having these dreams, all right. And the most important one at times, you know how we are, spirit people, calling everything divine timing, when actually it's actually procrastination in a robe. So it can create that energetic confluence here, Neptune. And some of you may have experienced that from time to time, depending on the projects and the activities that you're doing currently in your Saturn. Umangane wahleka. You're gonna see something here that's going to resonate with you as I get closer and closer to Mercury, because Neptune, you can feel it at about. Strength Neptune is not too strong, Saturn's strength in the corner retrograde is not too strong, but Mercury, Mercury is gonna throw hands for real. So Saturn retrograde is likened to a stern ancestor with receipts. So, absolutely, you're quite correct there. All right. It's going to come to you and ask you, the question is going to be, have you done the necessary healing that you've needed to do during this period? Yeah. Or it's going to ask you, have you healed from this previous karmic relationship here that you claim that you've moved on from? All right. And in the event where you are absolutely certain that, yes, you know what, yes, universe, I am ready here. I've moved on from my past people here, to Eliza, and I'm ready for a new life. Saturn is going to pull out some old voicemails, an old chat, an old picture, something to trigger you to find out where are you on this journey of yours, all right? And it wants you to interrogate yourself and to be very honest with yourself in terms of you moving forward. And the symptoms that you may experience during Saturn retrograde here is that, you've been experiencing this unusual exhaustion here. I think we felt this quite excessively here the first 2 weeks here of July, and maybe even the last week, yaga June. The collective had a very heavy energy, but your tired was not a normal tired that you were experiencing. That tired that you were experiencing was almost perpetual and made you very lazy, made you to be just very grounded. You wanted to be a homebody all the time. That was actually Saturn. That wasn't you. That was all spiritual. That wasn't you being lazy. Now you know. That was what was happening. I've been exhausted. Yeah. So that energetic confluence there of feeling very exhausted there, that was Saturn there stationing in retrograde, and it's a karmic period here, And second to that, you may find that you're very eager to plan. You write your to-do list here. You plan your day out, and right after that, you're more comfortable taking a nap in your blankets. So you plan the whole day, but you may spend the majority of it just being like, you know what, I think I'm safer here in the blankets. That was Saturn. That wasn't you. And the last one here, I may be guilty of this here. You may be scared to open emails because of commitment towards to tools, towards to Vero, towards to Rita, towards Bandabadala, or anything really that has to do among digital communications here, or anything that's going to require you to that's going to require you here to commit to anything here. All right. So that wasn't you, collective. Good news. That was Saturn. Now you know. Mercury in retrograde. And 94.7, they always call it Batini. There's energy in the microwave. There's an energy in the microwave. That was me on Monday. Planned to clean my son's bedroom. To this day, nothing has happened. You feel just lethargic, a bit lazy, you procrastinate a lot, And yeah, Odabawa says, hey, Makosina, I thought I'm dying, always asking my siblings to wake me up every hour. Oh, that's funny. Thokoza to inkosazana. Thokozani bantu abadala. Good evening to Miss Mbali. Thokoza at go. Yeah. Influence. And here you are scratching your head trying to figure out what on earth is happening. Umahlobo says, yeah, I've been tired the whole week. And you're starting to appreciate the rest, and that rest is refreshing, and that rest is very necessary, and that rest is very karmic in nature. So you have to have the spirit to rest. Absolutely heavy. Yeah. Thokoza to just tabang, thokoza kehlalam. So, with this Mercury retrograde stationing in Leo, all right, this is the loud wrong one. This is one that has been titled here. I get the energetic confidence already, collective. Thokoza to Lola to Queen Fire. I get the energetic confidence. You guys have been like me. I caught myself slipping on Monday. I've got an order here online that needs to come through, and there's been some logistical errors here, so I've been trying to facilitate a refund here. Since last week Friday, guys, I've been trying to do this refund. I absolutely lost it on Monday. I bit that poor lady's head off, and I caught myself mid-sentence. Yo, mntana abantu ngimhlafunile, yazi ngimhlafule ngakhafula amathambo. So it's a period here where little things can really set you off. Little things. A small gesture, even an old argument here. If you were to revisit an old argument with your partner, I would not advise you to revisit that argument tonight. If you were thinking, hey gogo, yazi I need to, after the live, kufanele ngikhulume nosikhumbuzo manje, hayi ngisamboni kahle. Don't. Not the night, not the period, not right now. If anything, you're going to add fuel to the fire, and it's going to create a bigger catastrophe than you need on your hands here. All right. So with Mercury being in retrograde now here, it causes arguments. Yep. You may also be feeling a direct effect on your devices. I know I've been experiencing a lot of technical difficulties with my cell phones, with my laptops. Thokoza malanga. Ubani ozohamba sinda, hey bantu. Sekwenze njani manje? Yeah, me and you are in the same boat. We've just been going off on people, saying us with actually what is happening. But it has been Mercury retrograde. Good evening there to Emily. Yeah, bo. Hey, so you may find people going off at you here, collective. It's Mercury retrograde, or you going off on people. Lola says, yo, mina today, I chose to sleep the whole day. That's me. I'm very angry, yo. I'm just shouting. Bantu mdala. I go guys. No, it's definitely Ogobi. So, with the symptoms that you may anticipate here, with Mercury retrograde here as well, is that you may type something, right? Something quite important. And you may proofread whatever you try to type, and you're cognizant in your mind of what you're prone to making maybe spelling errors, so you check for spelling errors. You make sure that all the words that need to be there are there. You check whatever you need to check on there. Your punctuality, you dot your I's, you cross your T's, you put your full stop lapana. As you press send, then we are born with damn it. Yeah, no ngenza iphutha ke laphana khona igama mhlambe ongalishintshanga, or there's a section here eshodayo ungayifakanga, or there'll be something that will be erroneous in terms of you and your electronics. All right, you'll be forgetting things like your password. All right, you're feeling that your technological or your electrical devices are betraying you. Because ngesinye isikhathi you'll know ukuthi you want to save something, ube sure ukuthi uyisavile kanti ayisavanga. you know, trying to upload, for instance, here, as an into here on TikTok, you may experience a challenge with that as well. All right. Also, things that have been happening. It happened to one of the tarot readers that I do watch here. You may try to go live. Ube sure go to live and your microphone is off. Ukhuluma 30 minutes uqede abakuzwanga abantu. Then you have to start again. So those are the little nuances here that you need to be cognizant of or very mindful of during this period here. Yabo. So Togoza to Miss Mbal. Yes, guys, let me know if this resonates and share your stories here. Let's all have a good laugh, because actually, to be quite honest here, the more we are aware of it, the more we can laugh about it, the more we can learn about it. Yabo. So some relatable moments that you can anticipate here with regards Mercury retrograde coming into your energetic confluence here is definitely typos. You'll definitely have a lot of typos during this period. So don't you exactly buhle bezulu yakhumbula ngifake subs only. And I remember I was trying to learn TikTok and checking my way around so that I can make I can make an experience for the subs to be more rich. Yebo. So I was playing around the subsection there. Ngakhohlwa ukuthi no ngiyilayitile manje le subsection le. And yangitshela shame ukuthi you have now gone, only your subs can comment. And at that time, I say seyiqalile. Thokoza to mahotso for the follow. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. This is Big Brother. Housemates, tap your screens. Thank you so much, Dala. Let us gun for 50,000K. Thank you so much. I comment here on one of my videos, but Big Brother. Ngakhohlwa ukuthi konje nginale voice ka Big Brother, yazi. So yeah, housemates, tap your screens. Thokozani bantu abadala. Yeah, Big Brother Taurus. Yeah, it has a ring to it. Yes, Mahlobosa. I actually thought about that. I actually thought about that earlier today. I'm like, Big Brother Taurus, but ngilala ngikhona. Yabo. Nanguphiwe. Yeah. So yeah, when Neptune hits you on a spiritual level, you get into this very deep spiritual, levels here. You're exploring your spirituality. You tend to light your lights you light your candles here, to stimulate your intuition. You fall asleep. You have some vivid dreams. You wake up and you think, yeah, no, I've astral traveled, right? Nope, that's Neptune. That is Neptune. Aoyangandawo. You've been here all along. You've been here all along, right? When Saturn hits you, all right, you apply for a big opportunity, then spend 3 hours wondering if it was even worth your effort, which is very crazy when that happens there. Which is very, 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 very crazy when that happens, yeah? Some of other relatable stories. Togoza to Yo Soil, to Angie. When retrograde hits, sometimes you may grow some kahunas. Togoza to Ndoni. And you may rock up to the office or to your place of work and say, you know what, these people just don't value me here. I'm leaving. I quit. I am starting my own business today. Is that so? Then Mercury comes in and whispers in your ear and says, sweetheart, it's only Wednesday. You haven't eaten. And you can have You can have a bit of an over-exaggeration or over-exaggerated responses here, which don't require such a harsh response. Yabo. Ulambile chomi shem. Thokoza tu kagiso. Ulambile shem shobi. Akuqale ngebreakfast or a snack before you make life-changing decisions. Then sizakhuluma. Yabo. Also, Mercury can delete your business proposal from your drafts as well as crash your Canva. So that is possible. So it does feel like the technology that you have is sabotaging you at any given moment here, especially in the important things. So I know this for a fact here. I needed to send very important documents. Turned out with the attachments were too large. And those attachments, yabona too large, iveske ihlale laphana ku-outbox. Iveske nje ihlale nje laphana le ku-outbox. Ngiyibona too, I think 4 or 5 days later, I'm like, oh my goodness. And lo muntu akasho naye ukuthi hey yazi gogo angayitholi le email ebesikhulume ngayo and kuyaphuthuma yabo. So kwaba into nje enjalo. Okay. Then other symptoms here is the return of the main character syndrome. All right. So like today again. Yeah, ngiyathanda ukuzikhomba mina. I like to point a finger back at me. Njoba ngithole this fresh new haircut. Kind of feeling myself, yabo. Unokuposta nje ngesinye isikhathi ngiposta umadumane la, yabo. At the same time, it's not to put yourself out there. We are celebrate wena. But in the interim, because it's a public platform, obviously your exes are out here trying to scout you, and they're out here and they stalking you in a manner of speaking. So ibe ngathi into engathi upostele bona. Kanti next uzipostele wena. Ubuthi ngiposta bani? Hayi, ngiposta mina. No, bothi ngipostela bani? Ngipostela wena. Cha, ngipostela mina. I discovered that guy today, guys. Oh, that guy is killer. Thokoza to your soil. Thokoza mdumdala. Hey, yabo. So things like that happen. So as nina ngiphilisa inside of the tarot and ngesinye isikhathi it's fun, it is pleasant, and it's lovely. Hey, ngesinye isikhathi, hey. Ningithwalisa kanzima. So absolutely. So definitely during Mercury retrograde, one of the biggest things that definitely happened here, njengoba manje so post izinto eziso, you know, it's almost Mercury retrograde going into your archives, copying and pasting some of the things that you used to do as your former self. Yeah, but to evaluate and to say, yona lempilo lofuna ukuyiphila yini. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Pure, stand down. So, while that is a problem during Mercury retrograde, right? Absolutely, Anele. These people can feel that you are possibly vulnerable at this stage, or you've been in isolation and they try to decode izinto oziphostayo and to try be in the energetic position to say, okay, is now the time to come back to this person's life or not? Able. So it can cause visibility with vulnerability, all right? And sometimes it can give you what is that Dutch is it Dutch pride? I don't know what that is thing. That diction layer, but you find yourself podcast or page, and you start your page. It's gonna give you that energy. It's gonna give you that drive. It's gonna give you that bravery there. Oh, Tokozani Bandabata, Tokoza Chumkulega. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. We are definitely on 50k likes. Thank you so much, Bandabadala. Ngimpinde futhi big brother. Collective, this is Big Brother. Collective, tap your screens. The target now is 100k. Tokozani Bandabadala. All right, I digress. Okay. So the big theme about Mercury retrograde absolutely will be the past knocking. It definitely will be in all aspects. It's not even just in relationships and jepela. Nezinye izinto that can be in terms of your maybe on your professional environment, if there's things that you've left hanging that need your attention, those things tend to come back. If there's anything there, be stress in the recent past, those things also tend to come back to check the receipts, to see what umegupi in your healing journey here. All right. So, just to go a little bit deeper again into Neptune retrograde, all right, the key effects here is that it allows you to have a disillusionment about relationships, dreams, as well as your spiritual path, all right? It may stimulate a escapism, all right? This is addictions, fantasies, and denial, as well as heightened sensitivity to energy, as well as emotional deception. All right. So the collective may have felt in the beginning of the month, I'm getting a strong energetic confidence that you're going to resonate a lot with the escapism. I think over the past few weeks, you guys have experienced a heightened, you've experienced a heightened desire to either drink more, smoke more, utilize your vices more than usual. To the point where you may even have questioned yourself, hey, kahle kahle iyaphi lesiporo le train leyo igibelile iya kuphi? Because you thought that you may have worked or beaten these demons yet. Tokoza to Kagiso Simon, kade sikubolisile mntu omdala. Yeah. And so a lot of escapism here. You may find all of the energies are quite intense. It has been quite an intense period here. Absolutely an intense period here in spirituality. Naganjan, we cannot run away from that. All right. But it did allow you to really sit with your emotions, sit with your relationships. And that is why 90 to 95% of the collective is of the opinion that you don't want the past people anymore. Because you've got the proper disillusionment here about relationships. You're absolutely clear for most of us here in terms of where you stand with spirituality and the direction that you want to take, at least, and the path that you want to do. And also, hey, some of the dreams, as nazo, guys, these are the dreams that are 3D based. You want to be a millionaire, whatever the case is, or you want to build this big majestic empire here. It kind of grounds you and forces you to look at things from a realistic point of view. That's what Neptune does here for the collective. All right. So what you need to watch out for here during Neptune, all right? You need to stop falling for false prophets, all right, or glamorized healing trends. Ooh, shots fired. Well, not at me. Guys, just be very mindful of false prophets, because it's a desperate time. It creates and generates a very desperate energetic confluence here of not knowing what to do, all right? There also is the risk of over-idolizing someone's potential instead of their truth. It's very important to take off your rose-colored glasses during this period in time here, all right? And avoid reality through either binge watching TV, overworking, or doing spiritual bypassing. And the spiritual bypassing would be then when you are then indulging in your vices here, and yeah, you practicing your escapism. So if you've been wondering why you've been acting the way you've been acting, collective, and you don't have any answers, here are your answers. It's been Neptune. All right, good evening to Demi. Tagoza to Miss Mbali. Yeah. So, alchemy tips here, you need to anchor into a body based intuition. All right. Daily grounding is important and very key. All right. And the one question that you need to utilize or you need to be cognizant of is that, or ask yourself, whether you're meditating, whether you're sitting silently in bed as you wake up, is what illusion is Spirit lovingly dissolving for me now? Because that's all Neptune is doing now. It's creating a disillusionment on anything that you romanticize, wear rose-colored glasses about. It wants you to be very real and very present in the moment. All right. Now, if we move on now to Saturn retrograde, this is karmic reckoning here. And karmic reckoning it is. All right. So a lot of the collective here, and we've been saying this in the readings, is that, delays are in progress here, collective, especially around your career and all of the key structures here that you really hold a very key and very close to your heart here. All right. You may find that authority issues resurface. Things like as well your father wounds, your discipline, your self-doubt, all right, may be tapering there, all right? And it's time for you to review any old contracts, be it spiritual, emotional, or financial, during your reawakening here, and make a decision whether you want to move forward or you want to repeat the cycles, right? And that is set in here. It can also trigger harsh self-criticism here, right? Triggered by feelings of inadequacy. The alchemy tips here is to use retrograde to recommit yourself to your soul's purpose, and not to perfection. The question to ask here is, what am I being asked to master and not to avoid? And I do feel here, collective, if you've been working on something here, you may have found a period of challenge that has met you here. Tagoza to Queen Fire. Collective, let me know if you are resonating with this. Let me not ramble on any longer if I resonate. Let us be interactive. Wow, we are on 70k. Wow, I love this, collective. Let's keep on tapping. Guys, don't be afraid to gift. I do accept gifts. I take flowers, I take roses, I take ice creams, I wear caps, I take cranes, I take confetti, I take absolutely all the gifts that you have. I do know my voice is hypnotizing. Niskati nizithola senilele nimamele voice le. Hey, nithe le voice le is so soothing. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. So, yeah, guys, yes. So, let me continue here. So, umakhulubhasi, masingene ke manje kumakhulubhasi ke umnini wendaba la, which is Mercury retrograde in Leo. All right, so the key effects that you'll experience now in Mercury in retrograde is miscommunication, all right, especially around your pride, your ego, or your performance, right? Thokoza to Emily, Thokoza Mdumdala. As every time I think of my voice, wow, thank you so much, Piladi. Thokoza Mdumdala. Every time I speak about my voice in Kumbulumathiza, wangisendele message that hayi gogo yazi ngelinye ilanga soveske simithe kulama live wakho. I wonder where she is. Shebe, and I just became sad as I said that. Angazi why. I hope she's okay, wherever she is. All right, so definitely with Mercury retrograde, anticipate miscommunications here relating to pride, ego, and your performance. All right, anticipate technology glitches here, technology errors. Wow, Togoza Yona. Oh, Yona. Togoza Mdumdala. Siyabonga. Emakosini. Mm-hmm. Eh, where am I? 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 All right. So three big ones here for Mercury retrograde in Leo. Miscommunication, especially with pride, ego, and performance. Technology errors. Wow. Somebody say wow. Thank you so much, Lerato Love. Siyabonga mntomdala. Hey. Yeah. No, kwatsho khona ke ngoku kwathi ham. Such is close. Kwathi ham. All right. So what to watch out for here in Mercury retrograde: miscommunication, technology errors, and the big one will be past lovers, friends, or old versions of yourself reappearing. So absolutely, Queen Breed, definitely miscommunication. Yebo, you may mean one thing, utoli surprise. I got a surprise like that this morning as well. Besikhuluma ukuthi kuzophela kanje. Boy, oh boy, were we in for a surprise. But yeah, we move, all in the spirit of planetary alignments and planetary movements here. Right. So what to look out for here during Mercury retrograde? Speaking from pride instead of truth. All right. You will find yourself uzifake enkingeni if you're going to entertain your prideful ego when you speak to people. That's when you're going to snap easily, all right? But if you find the moment and time to just ground yourself and speak from truth, you'll find more joy because you'll be able to then control yourself and control how you're going to engage with the people generally in and around you. Interesting. And then what to look out for, you need to avoid reacting. All right, instead of reacting, rather reflect. All right, which is still on the same topic here in terms of not speaking from pride, but speak from truth, especially in public. All right, and then also avoid repeating old creative mistakes, things like rushing instead of refining. All right, you've got all the time in the world. You'd rather be late and do it right than to try rush it and get it over and done with and then mess it up. All right. And then the alchemy tips here is that rewrite a creative project and the past you message with a wiser tone. So write a letter to yourself. Just reflect on all of the growth that you've put into yourself, how things have changed, how much growth that you see within yourself. All right, how far you've come on this particular journey. It hasn't been easy. It has been an arduous journey. How's Amo? Togoza nomvula siyaphila mntomdala. All right, and yeah, just be easy on yourself. Yeah, it's a very, very, very tough, very demanding time on all of the collective. Okay, so a big question to ask here, or what Mercury is asking here to the collective, is how can I let my truth tongue twister? Yebo, it's even messing with my tongue. Thokoza abantu abadala. Thank you so much, Tinox and Buhle Bezulu. It's asking you to ask yourself, how can I let my truth shine and not my ego? So it's going to be shining a light on that as well. Because it's easy, guys, to step into your ego, to step into your pride, snap and throw your toys. It's more of a demand to really stop yourself in the moment, pause, reflect, just be in the moment and choose peace, choose truth over ego. Choose Zamo, choose truth, Zamo, not ego. Yeah. Whoop whoop. Thokoza mntomdala. Right. So in terms of the red flags to watch out for here, in terms of the Mercury retrograde, Neptune, as well as Saturn, all right? In terms of your 3D dreams, you need to really take a hard look here. If they are still in alignment with who and what you want to be and what you want for your future here, all right? And be very honest with yourself, your collective. If you're chasing I'm always being shown a donkey and a carrot in a stick kind of analogy here, all right? Be very truthful, because I'm being shown some of you may be working on projects or businesses or endeavors that are not giving you the joy that you're looking for. But for whatever reason, you're stubbornly holding on to it, like for dear life, and you're saying to yourself, izopagama, someday izopagama, but it's giving you so much misery. It's giving you so much gray hairs. It's giving you so much, negative energetic confluences here. This period is asking you to say, you know what, when is enough going to be enough? All right? Number 2, trying to rush destiny, especially under the pressure of success. Umuntu uzovula ipage kusasa, sesiyapromote, I want to be an influencer, I want to get there, I want my numbers to get up there. It's like yesterday, it's a process, collective. It's a process. It is a long and arduous process, and asifani, our journeys are not the same. Asibizelwanga izinto eyifanayo. Asibizelwanga izinto eyifanayo. Fixed signs, if you know you're a fixed sign, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, chill. Nizochila kakhulu, because this retrograde is going to affect you the most. So this period in time, if you know you're a fixed sign, make peace with things taking time to come together. Make peace with delays. Make peace with being honest with yourself. Make peace with this period still being going to be strenuous and arduous, right? But understand you're going to reap the rewards by the end of the day. If something is destined, it is destined. Ungayijaha ungayimoshi, thokoza to Tina. Hey, uze nenye. Awu, Tinas. Uze nenye, thokoza mntu omdala. Absolutely, Queen Bree. No, fixed signs, fixed signs could write a book, guys. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. You guys. Funeka nisishayeleni izandla shem. Funeka nisishayeleni izandla, guys. No. Including Aquarius. Absolutely, Yona. Absolutely. Thokoza to Tina. Greetings to Love. Thokoza to Tato. Thokozani bantu abadala. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. And to the fixed signs, if you want umjolo, especially if you're still in your karmic phase, to be a little bit lighter on you, avoid fixed signs with all of your being. 100,000K. Thank you so much, collective. Wow. That's just a little tip from me. If you want a happy life, if you want easier relationships and karmic experiences, if you're a fixed sign and you know you still have karmic debt, stay away from fixed signs. Heels, Capricorn doesn't count at the moment. They've got their own challenges here. I think they're mutable signs, Bona, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, fixed signs, Zona, I know for a fact. Zikhala nge-loudspeaker. This is Big Brother Collective. We're on 103 likes. Let us push for 120. I love it when I'm silly. All right, number 3. What you need to look out for as well in terms of red flags during this Mercury retrograde, Neptune and Saturn. All right, misaligned communication. All right, when your mouth moves faster than your heart and what you truly mean. All right, so take time here, collective, to really connect your heart and your mouth. All right. and take your time to speak, because some of the things you may say, you may not be able to take them back. All right. And remember, I'm being shown you guys are literally Babizani, like igedlela elishisayo senyabila, neligedlela elibilayo, amanzi enayabila already. So y'all are ready to just create it, as and when it's necessary, and throw down. All right. As well, there'll definitely be a fear of failure resurfacing, all right? Sabotaging growth and opportunities here. Okay. So if you've been feeling that, yazini, I'm not reaching my numbers, I'm putting in my best foot forward, but it's not seemingly enough. Am I doing something wrong? Do I need to change this? Must I change that? Must I put on a new cloth? Must I have 3 incense on the show? What must happen here to draw people more into the live? You think about all these funny things here that you want to get people's attention, and you try to grow, and this period is here for you to just calm down. Just yehlisa oil ngesinye isikhathi, collective. Just yehlisa oil. Rather delay, refine, and have a quality product and a quality outcome. Yeah. Lastly, all right, there will be then an ancestral or a karmic loop that will awaken here, which can be a same wound or somebody here that is dressed in a different meat suit. All right. So you can meet another karmic partner, an old person of yours, a past person, in another person during this period in time here. So, njengoba bengiyangisho ngithi ayikho relationship eqala ngoJuly. Ngisaphinda futhi ayikho relationship eqala ngoJuly. Zoqala laphana le after August 10th. Yeah, no, zizoqala ke kahle ke. That's when we can start looking at things. Kwamanje, it's time for comics. So if you're feeling some kind of way, and your exes are coming back, and you're dreaming about them, and you're feeling the subliminal messages, and umboning atuyakbega, and so some of those feelings as are true, but they're all being stimulated by the retrograde. Can we say this is a big illusion? Absolutely. It's safe refuel. So, Kokoke, what do we do now? Now you've given us everything, or some of the things that we need to look out for. What can we do to maybe spiritually ground, to put ourselves in a better footing to then engage with Mercury retrograde? What rituals can we do here? All right, for Neptune, very easy. All right, you can use a sea salt foot. So ibabizani uthatha amanzi wakho ufake sea salt, ne? It can be grof salt, normal iod babizani, table salt, or babizani Himalayan salt, whatever salt that you have. Bath salt, lezo nazo. Soak your feet for 5 minutes. And as you soak your feet for 5 minutes or 15 minutes, however tolerant you are to soaking your feet, it becomes an opportunity for you to decode your dreams. All right, connect to your higher self, and to affirm to yourself during that period that I release illusions and I welcome divine truth. Right? You release any illusions and you welcome divine truth. That's all you say to yourself, and that's all Neptune wants from you here. All right? With regards to Saturn, okay, because Saturn is the one that comes with the receipts and says, is it really over? Right? Is it really over? It gives you an opportunity here to burn and bury old contracts and commitments here. And the affirmations that you can use while you do that is that you're going to honor your path and grow through sacred discipline. Because inzima lendlela esikhethile abantu abadala inzima. Kuthiwa many are called, but few are chosen, simply because they lack discipline. Ayikho enye into, and bayanqena. Yeah, they're lazy. Let me translate it, Then, so far as Mercury retrograde is concerned, all right, it gives you an opportunity here to, if you're still feeling this energetic confluence of your exes and stuff, and you still maybe have the conversations somewhere on your phone, okay, and you may be thinking of that, and Spirit is telling me the reason why you've been thinking about the exes and Skadi, you maybe think that maybe the situation could have turned out better had you not responded this way, or you may feel Luguti, a different outcome could have resulted if you wrote something differently. It gives you an opportunity here to then go back in history, read that old message, and then rewrite it for yourself in truth, in your healed version, to create clarity for the situation, whatever that is to you. And then you affirm to yourself that I only speak from truth and loving wisdom. 120k collective. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. And with that said, guys, that was our masterclass here with regards to our Mercury retrograde and your Saturns and your Neptunes. I truly hope here that it did align with you. I would really like to hear your stories here, Guti. What have you been experiencing of what I've just read here, collective? Really, really keen to know what you guys have been experiencing. Ooh, number one, I dreamed of my ex after that last session, woke up thinking, was Gogo speaking of this because, wow. It's an interesting thing in the way spirituality. And you need to decode it. What is Spirit trying to say to you during this period in time? Is this an illusion? Is this actual communication? Yabo? Interesting. Let me know here, collective. What have you experienced? I've shared quite a bit what I've experienced over the period in time. And I want to do a quick reading. So I'm going to do a quick reading. Stagnation, isolation, and dreams. Oh, Togoza Umkulego. Udineo says, reconciled with my ex after being apart for 10 years. Wow. Wow. Yeah, no. Definitely old karmic contracts are definitely surfacing here. I mean, I don't understand my dreams lately. Injalo mango. Disillusionment here. The illusions. Lo muntu engihlekisana naye uvesele wangiziba. Aw, Anele. Out of nowhere. The tiredness and snapping for no reason. Yeah, no. I'm not a snappy person. Myself, I was quite taken aback. Yo. Ubifa nedlozi. Wow. Hey, asazi rifile funeke siyobheka. Uzama ukuthi I'm just angry, snapping njengibhorekile, just want to sleep. Absolutely. Thokoza to Madam M. Thokoza abantu abadala. Hayi manje sengiyazilolonga ke manje ke. Sengilungiselela ukwenza i-read. My ex asked me to be patient as he has something to say to me. Oh, yeah, Jabul. Until when? Until when? Hey, uyege. It's not a good place to be. Not a fight you want to pick, that one. Not a fight you want to pick. How Anele. Rita, I've been finding out unexpected truths. Yeah, Namanja people, a lot of people will just speak out of turn and they may hurt your feelings, yeah. Dreams, yeah. Aubantu Lady TT. Yeah, I love that. I love that. You're anchoring into your path. You're choosing the truth. You're choosing to do the hard work. Lovely, Mdumdal. Bajele ngosazana, bajele. Utatu ati, I dreamed showing my colleague a car that I wish to own. I had the keys. Aubantu. Thokoza mntu omdala. The only feeling that I'm having is going to the water. Funeka uyile ke mntu omdala. Yona says, I've been lazy but managed to let go of the vices. Good. Kunjalo. Oh, another thing enhle ke with the retrograde as well, you can have the inverse effect as well. If you've been struggling with vices, it can remind you of the cleaner version of you, or the version of you that does not rely on the vices, which is another positive. So for some of you may have felt Uguti over especially from last week. Yeah, from last week or the week, just a week before, a few days before that, because of the energy and your sensitivity, you may have found that you actually let go of vices then. Strong energy of that. Our heels, we want a new person.